Hey! Oh no! Thank you, Sansu. It's for you, Sansu Show. Sansu Show. Sansu. It's for you. It's from your point of view. Sansu.
Hello! Welcome again to another the Sansu Show episode. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome again, and thank you for supporting us every week, every Wednesday night at night. Sometimes we kind of come out a little late because of our technical difficulties. But anyway, I just want to welcome you again for another Sansu Show, courtesy of PHLV Radio. Viva Vegas! So excited because isn't it so funny, the video that we saw? I actually saw that on TikTok. This guy named Jeffrey from the Philippines, and it's Bisaya. Most of his videos, they speak in Bisayan, and it's so funny. I mean, I'm becoming to be a fan. So I just want to share that with you, because these guys are funny. I know they're all gays, but as a matter of fact, talking about gays, this one is still the LGBTQ plus one. Month is still Pride Month. As you know, the whole month of June, we have to celebrate our brothers and sisters. All right. It's a month of observance. It's a month of love dedicated to celebration of LGBTQ pride, commemorating the contributions of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer, and everybody else in the neighborhood. They have so many names now. I lost track of them. But anyway, it's a community that we need to support. Everyone's we need to support. As a matter of fact, it's anniversary of the 1969 Stonewall riots that happened in San Francisco. In New York, I'm sorry. Series of gay liberation protests. As a matter of fact, if you want to join a parade, because all the states, I think, are celebrating Pride Parade. But if you're in San Francisco, if you're in the Bay Area, it will be June 29th. And it's going to be in the Bill Street Market and Bill Street. And they're going to have, I've attended some of their parades, and it's really amazing. It's fun. It's a lot of things to see, and things that the kids should never see. When it's like, ooh, some of them are pretty revealing. So if you have little kids, if you don't mind seeing some of the X-rated ones, you might not bring your little kids. You can bring a dog, though. You can bring a pet, because they don't know no better. But anyway, it's an exciting parade. But today, because it's Pride Month, we honor one of our greatest icons, Mr. Johnny Mathis. He was so good looking. Even though when he was in his age, you can still see the age that, it's still there. He's still good looking. But it took him a long time to reveal that he's gay, because of his family and friends and everything. And he was scared about being in showbiz. You know how it is. When you're in showbiz, sometimes we don't want to show everything or your personal life. And, I'm so proud of him that finally he revealed himself to this gay. He was born as John Royce Mathis in September 1935. Well, he was only like 4 years younger than my mom, because my mom was born 1931. He developed a love of music when his family moved from his native Texas. He's from Texas, to San Francisco. It's a perfect place for him, where his father taught him his first song, the Walter Donaldson pen by My Blue Heaven, and later bought an upright piano for the home, according to a biography on Mathis' official website. After a childhood of singing in the church choir, I think most of the singers start in a church choir, except my mom. because definitely she's not a church choir member. She likes to be soloist all the time, and she didn't really go to church a lot, you know. So he was discovered by a club owner named Helen Noga, who started managing him at the teen after seeing him perform with a classmates group per Thomas' website. Noga's helped the singer landed a recording deal, a record deal with Columbia Records in 1955. And then on and on and on, and he won a lot of accolades. And his fame, one of his biggest hits are Wonderful, Wonderful. It's Not For Me to Say. Chances are. I love that song. And then Gina and What Will Mary Say? In 2003, the Grammy Awards recognized Mathis' musical stature with the Recording Academy Lifetime Achievement Award. Three of the singer's songs have also been inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. Mathis was inducted into the Great American Songbook Hall of Fame in 2014, and joining other vocal titans such as Judy Garland, Tony Bennett, Linda Ronstadt, and Frank Sinatra. A few years later, Mathis reflected on his career longevity in 2019 interview with the American Press. And he said that I don't think about retiring. I think about how I can keep singing for the rest of my life. I just have to pace myself. That's what he said. And that was 2019. And he also released a new album, Christmas Time Is Here in 2023. But guess what? This year, he announced he's going to retire at the age of 89 because he's going to turn 90. And I think his manager and everyone in the family are kind of worried because of his health issues, you know. And it's so sad, you know. But I guess you can never tell, you know, when you reach that age, if you can still sing or perform, because it really takes a lot of you when you perform, you know. So unfortunately, they canceled a lot of his, you know, shows that have already been booked, and so he just can just take his time and just enjoy life. I think it's about time. You're 89 years old, and he's gonna be 90 this year. Okay, so congratulations, Mr. Mathis. I hope I could still see you one of these days. You never know. I might meet you one of these days, you know. So good luck. God bless you always. All right. Now, since it's Pride Month, would you be interested to know what are the 15 gayest travel destinations in the world? You'd be surprised where San Francisco stands. Okay, number 15, Atlanta, Georgia. I didn't know this, you know, it's pretty high community, gay community. But Atlanta is a city of hot summer nights and even hotter southern men. Ooh. Really? Are they really men or men? Okay, number 14, Miami. USA, Miami knows how to party all year long. Oh, of course, you know that Miami. They have everything, and they're the beach, and yeah, I said the beach. I'm surprised that Trump live in Miami when there's a lot of some people that he doesn't really associate with, you know, the gay community, you know. And then number 13, Las Vegas. There's no surprise there. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And then, of course, number 12, San Francisco. Could you imagine that number 12 is San Francisco is only number 12? I mean, I would expect it would be number 1, you know. You can find Experience the City by the Bay. Number 11, Paris, France. Paris, France. Yeah. Well, there's no thing. I'm surprised that Greece didn't make it. But anyway, let me tell you something. Okay, number 10, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I didn't know there's a lot of, I thought, because, you know, it's a very Catholic country. And, you know, in Catholic, you know, it's starting to accept homosexuality lifestyle, you know, and I'm surprised for Mexico to be part of the gayest country in the world, one of the gayest countries in the world. Okay, now we have no, that was Puerto Vallarta. San Diego, number 9, you know, and enjoy fun. San Diego is always a surprise for me too, because there's a lot of military people over there, you know. And of course, London, England, United Kingdom. You know, I mean, they're so polite that I think it makes them so gay. I think, that finesse sometimes it kind of translate into gayish kind of thing. So Oscar Wilde would have revealed in today's gay London. Wilton Manors, USA. And you know where that is? That's the South Florida. Again, Florida, and it's number 7, you know. I think it's more gay in that than Miami. I'm surprised. Number 6, Washington, D.C., our capital. Wow, our nation's capital would host World Pride 2025. As I mentioned to you guys earlier, all states and other countries are celebrating Pride Parade. So it will be fun. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be more people, I think, than that military parade that Trump did. They probably more support. But anyway, Los Angeles, USA. Oh, of course, that's Hollywood. Where can it be? That's why it's number 5. The greater Los Angeles area has everything from thriving foodie scene to some of the country's hidden natural treasures. Of course, that's the natural treasures. Number 4, Chicago. In addition, during Pride Month, Windy City, it's so windy that they keep it into the closet. But number 3 is Palm Springs. Palm Springs, if you look at the picture, it really revealed right there. Palm Springs is a clothing optional resort for gay men who want to shed their clothes and their inhibitions. Yeah. Fort Lauderdale. Another one in Miami. Oh my God, Miami, man. Number 2. And of course, the number 1. Let's spread the news. New York, I'm leaving today. Wow, New York is number 1. I can't believe that. It's the number 1, the gayest city in the whole wide world. Whoa, Liberty is probably, the Statue of Liberty is looking like, come on, everyone. All my kids, children, everybody is celebrated in this city. So there goes the 10. Okay, now we have the little solemn because also this month is celebrated the 10 years anniversary of the Charleston Church massacre. Faith leaders, if you remember that there were 10 people that they just went to church and prayed, and they were killed by this boy. I'm not even gonna mention his name, but he just went there and joined their prayer and then start shooting them. Could you imagine that? It's just so sad how racism is still exists, and how racism, I mean, we're getting a little better, but maybe like only 30% or 40%, but it's still growing. I mean, racism, not just in culture, in race, but also in politics and everything. I know. I mean, it's so sad to hear something like that. So God bless their souls, the people that died from this massacre. So that hopefully that it change. So as you know, tomorrow is the June 10th anniversary. So it will be celebrated, you guys. It's gonna be it's a federal holiday because there's no mail tomorrow. The post office is not delivering mail. But according to New York CNN, Americans will celebrate Juneteenth, which commemorates the end of slavery in the United States. If you don't know what it's all about, on Thursday, which is tomorrow, with parades and parties, Juneteenth became the newest U.S. federal holiday in 2021, but it has held significance for many Black Americans for a long time. On June 19, 1865, Union Army Major General Gordon Granger issued a general order number 3 in Galveston, Texas, proclaiming that enslaved African Americans in that area were free. This was more than 2 years after Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which couldn't be enforced in areas under Confederate control. The Black Lives Matter movement in 2020 brought more attention to Juneteenth. And in 2023, Pew Research said that at least 28 states and Washington, D.C., along with the federal government, recognized Juneteenth as a public holiday. So don't forget, say hi, to everyone. And this is a good way to learn about history. So all the Walmart and all those stores are open, Home Depot and all that. The only one that's celebrating, is closed is the post office. All right. So this time, let's listen to the. So we're gonna be rendered a song by this group, and it's an amazing group. So check this out. I'll tell you the name later. Hello, welcome back. Let freedom ring, you guys. Let's celebrate freedom. And that was sang by the Sounds of Blackness. Isn't that amazing? Oh my God, it's so liberating, you guys. That song is amazing. Well, as a matter of fact, let's start for our first guest. I'm so excited. I met her actually when we had the Empowered Filipino Award in Seattle. And she was one of the awardees. And I'm so excited to have her today because we can talk a lot of things about her projects. And she's also the director of the Gawad Kalinga, USA in Seattle. So please help me welcome Miss Jennie Jinkee Florendo Braza. Hi, Jennie.
Hi, how are you, Sansu?
Sorry, I was like Florido. It's so unusual because you don't say Florida, but Florido. Wow. So thank you for joining me tonight for our little conversation, to have a little conversation. I just want to congratulate you as one of the Empowered Filipinos awardee. I think that was last month, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was last month. That was the first time I met you. So tell us a little bit about you. Were you born and raised here in the US or?
No, I was born in the Philippines, educated there, and then we moved here in the US in 1998. So, but actually, I'm not here because of my personal achievements. I'm here because of the great things that my organization has done and has been doing, and that's Gawad Kalinga, and I'm just so proud to be part of them.
So tell us a little bit about the Gawad Kalinga then.
Gawad Kalinga is a nonprofit that's dedicated actually to ending poverty to the poorest of the poor in the Philippines. So if we're targeting the poorest of the poor, it kind of empowers you to do something because that makes us in a position to help the poor. Because if we're talking about the poorest of the poor, like we think about what we're enjoying, and that's actually my story. What got me into it is because of my Jesuit education, where they taught us to be men and women for others.
Mhm.
So we know that if you have food on the table and a roof on your head, then you're wealthy, and that is why we are in a position to help. So our duty is actually to raise funds here in America
Mhm.
and then send it all to the Philippines. And I know that Gawad Kalinga was known for housing before, but
Yes.
but we're not just all about housing. I mean, I know about your nonprofit too, Sansu. So because even if you have a house, you can still be poor. You can still be poor if you don't have a job. You can still be poor even if you have a house, if you don't have food, if you don't have clean water. So Gawad Kalinga is all about this. We believe in a cohesive system to help the poor. So we don't only, what got me into this actually is there is this guy, his name is Mark Lawrence Cruz, and he said, we always think that we should not give fish to the poor, but we teach them to fish. However, he said, we also have to get rid of sharks. And that's what Gawad Kalinga is doing, getting rid of sharks by not only housing, we're teaching people to be entrepreneurs. We are teaching them literacy. We're teaching them healthy living. We're teaching them to be responsible for the environment. So it's actually a cohesive system because we cannot just leave the poor to their own devices because it's not their fault that they're poor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the economies, of course, part of the problem. But in your leadership role, what has been the most challenging aspect of your role as the area director of Gawad Kalinga in
The
Washington?
challenging part is because we want to reach the Filipino diaspora in America, and it's hard because each of us have our own agenda. So it's hard to help them be aware that in union there is strength, that we should all be coordinating and cooperating. I mean, if you're helping the poor, that is fine already. But if you want to help the poor through Gawad Kalinga, then we can make a huge difference because in union there is strength. So there's power in numbers. So that's what we want to do, just to reach the Filipinos all over the world and make them aware that, let us give back to our motherland.
Yes, it's true. And as you know, I'm also doing the same thing by helping our indigenous people. It's a little bit different because you're actually general. Yours is for everybody. Mine is for indigenous people. So what's the community impact? Elaborate your feeding programs. I mean, how does people send money or you guys and then you go home all the time to the Philippines so that you can see the progress?
We try to. Actually, the best way for us to convince people to help is through immersion. They have to see the face of the poor. It's not enough that you're helping long distance. That is great too, but then it has more impact if you have seen the face of the poor, if you have smelled poverty. It's different. It actually gives you more, it's more compelling to help because you've seen them. So we try to go home as much as we can. And for our donors, we always tell them, When you go home to the Philippines, we'll bring you to a village. And that goes for you too, Sansu. So when you go home to the Philippines, please, we'll make sure that you come see a village. And we were talking about this, that you do provide clean water. So if we have partners like you who would provide clean water to our village already, that's going to be so powerful. We can do great things together.
Yes, definitely. We can partner together because we have the same goal is to
Yeah.
help our client, So are you only geared on the Metro Manila, Davao Oriental, Ilocos Sur, Cebu? So it's more the northern side, right? Northern part.
Everywhere in the Philippines. Actually, we even go as far as Sulu, as far as Tawi-Tawi, where people don't want to go. Where the poor are, we are there. So we don't say no to anyone. And because of the spirit of bayanihan, we say walang iwanan. Nobody gets left behind. Not because you're so poor or you're so far away. You're still part of our mission. Actually, you're a big part of our mission.
Oh, okay. What are some key milestones achieved by Gawad Kalinga in the U.S. under your leadership?
Well, under my leadership, I mean, we're just starting with Seattle, but then I'd like to think that we have helped by leaps and bounds, because like we've helped the literacy program in Cebu, in Baguio. We've done feeding in Metro Manila, in Pasig. We've also done feeding in Davao Oriental, and we've done feeding in Candon, Ilocos Sur. So as you can see, we're everywhere, and I'm just talking about Seattle. So if we talk about GK in general, so we've helped like 10,000 communities. I mean, I'm sure you would say, and I said this in my speech before, that our big, hairy, audacious goal is to end poverty. And people would say, end poverty, that's impossible. But I know that it's possible. We've helped 10,000 communities already. They're not poor anymore. So we have a lot of work. And by 2050, our vision is no one is poor in the Philippines anymore.
Whoa, that's a big goal.
It is. And that's why it's a vision, because it seems to be impossible, but then that's where we focus all our efforts on. That's the challenge.
I know it's a big goal and it's a big challenge, and I'm proud of you for making that dream, and I hope it do come true, because as you know, it always go with the government too. With the government intervention, sometimes that will trigger not to make it successful, because there's always a backlash, because it's a Philippine government that you have to deal with. You know what I mean?
That's
we are
true.
outside because we live here in the U.S. So for us to manage what's going on with the community or the poverty in the Philippines, it's not easy, because
Not
we're
at
just
all.
from the outside, not the
Yeah.
inside.
We
You know
are
what I mean?
very apolitical, Sansu. So we don't we're not loyal to any politician or anything like that. But we work with the LGU, because they're the source of who are the malnourished ones, who are the poorest of the poor. They have the statistics for that. So we partner with them, but that's far as partnering is concerned. So we don't talk politics, we don't talk religion, we don't talk about things that people don't want to talk about. So we just want to talk about the poor. That's what we have in common. So we look at what we have in common than what makes us different.
Yes, yeah.
But
Because
but you're right about the government. So we realize that the hope of the poor is actually the private sector.
It is. It is the private sector. And, as we do one village at a time, if
Yeah.
we can have one village, you will continue on and continue on. But as I said, I'm so proud of what you've done. And what is the future plans, or goals for Gawad Kalinga? Because I know you have the housing and I know you have the feeding program. So, being in Washington State, and this outreach, how do you outreach people? How do you opened their minds and said, look, this is also because there's so many foundations out there.
There are, and actually, the pushback in Washington, I'll just mention Washington, it's because people are they're worried about what kind of nonprofit to support because they've been burned before. So I am very proud to say that Gawad Kalinga is the recipient of the Platinum Seal of Transparency from Candid, which is a really highly coveted prize for nonprofits for accountability. So even if you Google, even if you search for um, most honest or nonprofit with integrity, Gawad Kalinga comes out as one of the top. So I'm very very proud of that. That whatever help you give, no matter how small, you get some accountability. You get a receipt, and you get a report of where it went, and that's what we actually want to hear.
Yes. And so, what is the website that people can send you a donation?
You get it's gkusa.org. It's gk-usa.org. It tells you everything that you need to know.
I'm sorry, G as in George?
Yeah, G as in George. G for Gawad, K for Kalinga, hyphen USA dot org.
ORG. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, would you like to say hi to our kababayan out there? Because I know we're also shown in the Philippines and everywhere in the world. Would you
Oh,
like to say
sure.
hi, or maybe invite them and maybe do their own fundraising? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Want to
Yeah.
do fundraising and how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Kumusta ho sa inyong lahat? Can I speak in Filipino? I just want to invite all of you, all of us who are away from the Philippines. We've been so blessed, but all of us we know poverty, and so this is our chance to give back. If you're already giving to the poor, it's well and good. You're doing the GK mission already, but please partner with us so we could help more people. So, especially in Washington, I would like to call on the leaders of the different organizations that let us cooperate, and together we'll be able to help and make a difference to the poor greatly. And to the people in the Philippines, don't worry, wag kayong mag-alala. We're thinking of you. So the good life that we have here in America, we don't forget you. We're thinking about you and hoping that you can have a good life also, just like us. So to the Filipinos all over, we're very lucky. So, but please help. Let's give back to our motherland. And please go to gkusa.org, and every tab there has a donation page. So you can have a recurring monthly donation, or you could have a one-time donation. So we accept everything. So if you have time, talent, and treasure, it's good. But if you only have time, that's good too. If you only have talent, that's also good. But if you have treasure, that's very good.
Well, thank you so much, my dear. You are so awesome. And you're supposed to have what this weekend? You have a fundraising, right? This weekend?
Yeah, our first fundraising in Washington. Please support us. It's a
Mhm.
pickleball fundraising. Everybody likes pickleball right now. It's a popular sport. It's a way to be healthy at the same time. It's a way to meet other people, and it's a way also to get Filipino food because that's what we're serving.
Oh yeah, you better be Filipino food.
June 21st, Saturday from 1 to 4 at Rainier Beach Pickleball Courts. Maraming salamat, Sansu.
Thank you so much, my dear. Also, oh my God, good luck on your endeavor. Good luck in everything you do, and I hope that your dream will do come true in 2050. There will
It
be.
will, it will, no doubt.
But thank you, Miss Jinky. Oh,
Sure.
Are you Jennie and Jinkee, or which one? Which one do you want me to call you?
Well, you can call me Annie. Jinky is my Filipino nickname. Jenny is how the Americans call me because it's my legal name.
Legal name. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Jinkee, because I've known you now for a little bit.
Yeah.
God bless you. I hope to see you again in Seattle. All right.
Yes, we will. Thank you.
God bless. See you soon. Bye.
God have mercy upon us.
Oh, hello everyone. Well, thank you so much again, Miss Jinkee. As I said, I'm so proud of you being one of the awardees of the Empowered Filipinos in Seattle. And I have another one. My second guest is also an empowered awardee, and that's how. Well, I've known her for a while because I've talked to her every time I go to Seattle, and she's a very very inspiring woman because of the things that she went through in life. But I don't want to tell you more about it. I rather want her to tell you about it. So please help me welcome Miss Jennifer Nina. Hi,
Hi,
Dad.
Sansu. Good seeing you. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Yeah, because we're everywhere. But good. I'm pleasure to be in here with you at Sansu.
Thank you so much for your patience, my dear, because I know you wasn't feeling well this morning, and I'm glad that you're doing fine now. Because I want people to hear about your story, because you're very inspiring. It's very inspirational what happened to you. So, tell us a little bit of what happened to you, my dear. For
Okay,
our
so what happened to me with my thing? So I was born and raised in Philippines, but I
yeah.
moved here in US year December of 2012. And I live in here and good and whatnot. Then I have my business, the Laninas Private Security, and I start as a professional. I graduate as a Bachelor of Hospitality Management and deal with that in medical field and everything. But with that, I end with my security. But I got been trained how to do the security privately. So with that, I deal with that every single one. Even I'm working in a medical field. So being with that, I stayed trying to be stronger, and every morning, because every morning is a blessings
Yes.
to
Amen.
anybody. Yeah. So that's how I deal with that. And I deal with different kind of people, and I deal with each behavior of everybody. So I'm more neutral on everybody because that's how we treat a lot of people to be um, good in everyone, even we don't know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about the La Nina's Private Security LLC.
Yeah, so the Laninas private security, I deal with that in a property to protect the premises. Just dealing with a lot of cars, everything, and the property that who come in there privately, and it's not open for It's open for public, but
Mhm.
it's not really open for public because it's dealing with more of dealers and other people too that as a visitor of dealers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so let's talk about, because as I mentioned about the resilience and recovery that you share about your emotional journey during your recovery from the accident. Because I
Oh,
know
from
you
the
had
accent. Yes.
an accident. And what kept you motivated to return to work so quickly?
Mm-hmm. So with that thing, because I had my head surgery with that, and I stayed in, even though I stayed in hospital for 30 days, I'm
Wow.
okay with that. But I deal with all the challenge with physical therapies, a speech pathologist, therapy, occupational therapy, and I keep myself to be stronger and try to go back to my normal life. So I can
Yes.
still go back to being security or medical field, either one of the way. So that's every day I wake up uh, just normal and do my normal life, doing everything and dealing with everybody in especially in the field with all
Yeah.
the yes.
Because your field leadership is male dominated field. As a
Mm-hmm.
Filipino in a male dominated industry, what advice would you offer to other women and inspire them to break the barrier in their respective fields?
So with that thing, they need to be more build their selves. Like
Mhm.
myself, you need to build it yourself more stronger and be you need to face different situation every day because not every day it's the same situation.
Mhm.
So yeah. So
Yes.
it's like there's something like, oh, there's some accident thing. You need to
Mhm.
be self that, oh, I need to be more safe first, but then something accident that gonna happen that gonna hit you, then there's something going on with that. But with that thing, you just need to think of the bad thing first. It's just advanced thinking for
Yeah.
for that. You just need advanced thinking. Oh, need the safety for the promises or anything. But the thing with that, if there's something going on, you need to call 911 with that, just to do with that, so you can help somebody that needs some rescue or anything.
Yes. And
Yes.
your family and support your all the way. Especially
Mm-hmm.
your husband.
Yes. Yes, that's why I love my husband. I love my husband because he's there with me. He's helping me. My mother, I love my mom too because she helped
Yes.
me with it too. Even she didn't even to build her her life here fully than the one I live here for 12 years.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
but I as I leave every day, I just wake up. It's a good morning and a God bless blessing day for for every single that wake up in the morning.
So, what kind of message what inspired your message to your kababayan about never letting negativity take over and striving to be the best version of oneself?
Yeah. So with that thing, for everybody, I just want to make them to be uh always pray and always pray for all the positive and avoid the negative. Although the
Mhm.
negative is coming, it doesn't matter what time of the day. But
Mhm.
as a person, we need to stay more positive every day
It
and
is.
always think about God
Yes.
with all the blessings.
Yes. Amen to that. My dear.
Yes.
Yeah. Because if you don't have faith in you, I mean, it doesn't matter what your religion is.
Mm-hmm. I
Faith,
agree.
because when you wake up in the morning, that's right there is a blessing, as she's mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
because you death, near to death. I mean, my God, because when you had that car accident, as you explained it, I mean, they never thought that you will survive. You were,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, to have head surgery, and
Mm-hmm.
you're a living example of what we call a miracle.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable that you're walking and you're dealing with people, and this happened what 20 years ago, right, or 15 years ago.
No, it happened at December 1 of 2023.
2023.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So it's not, I thought it was longer than that. Wow. So, my God, good. When I saw you last month, I mean, I don't see anything, that is that you're hurting or anything. I mean, my God, you're a happy person.
Yes,
You're,
I'm
you're,
always a happy person.
yeah, you're a
Yeah.
typical Filipino.
Yes. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And I'm so blessed with that because I did recover instead of 1 year, I recovered for 7 months.
Yes, oh my God, my God. But okay, so you're a private security company only in Seattle, right? Not anywhere else. It's not
Only
available.
in
You
only
don't send people outside Washington State, no?
No, not yet. But probably if we're gonna expand the thing, probably we're gonna do a different state too.
Mm.
But
Okay.
as our business, we started step by step every single day, but in a good step by step.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's a lot of work for you right now. I think you have to take it easy, not to work too much. Well, Dan is always on your side,
Yeah.
that always with you and helping you. So I'm just proud of you, my dear. That you're a positive role model for a lot of people out there that never give up. Whatever happened, never give up. At first, of course, as you said, faith comes first.
Yes.
God comes first.
Mm-hmm.
And so, okay, let me ask you this question for a fun thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be stranded in an island and you're given opportunity to have someone with you to help you. Which actor would you have to, would you want to be with?
Don't
I mean,
want to.
that's only one person. Not family member, not a friend. Oh, it could be a friend, but a
Yeah, I
celebrity.
know that, but I want the thing and the celebrity. My husband don't like it. But you know who he is? It's Tom Cruise. But he's not Filipino. But in Filipino, Troy Montero.
Who?
Troy. Troy
Troy
Montero.
Monte-
Troy Montero?
Montero?
No,
Oh,
not
oh
Montero.
yeah.
The handsome one. I know his name is Troy. I forgot
I,
his last name. Yeah.
but Tom Cruise. No wonder your husband may be so
Mm-hmm.
jealous. Well,
Yes.
Tom Cruise is really the best guest, my dear, because he can do everything.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? He can fly a plane. He can drive any fast car. He's a very multi task person. You
Yes.
know. Oh, good choice. Good. Okay, so if you want to hear one song, because since you're already stranded in an island, right? Only one song that you want to hear over and over and over again. What song will it be?
And over again. I love a lot of songs, Sansu. So, but because I deal with a lot of songs with country music and Filipino music too. So I
But you-
love I love Jaya.
Oh, okay. It's good.
Yeah. I love her songs.
Song of Jaya would you like to hear?
Ikaw?
Ikaw? Oh yeah, that is a good song.
Yes.
That is a good song. Thanks. At least you're supporting my sister. Yay.
Yeah, I love her. So
Yeah, she is a good
yeah.
singer.
I love yeah.
She's a very, very good singer.
hmm
Her voice is so soulful. She's a
Yes.
good singer. Well, thank you, my dear. Would you like to give a shout out to our family and friends out there?
Yeah. So everybody out there, I'm just want you guys to be positive every day and live life, enjoy and stay positive and stay strong. So,
Oh,
but
right.
thank you.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. And hope to see you again in Seattle, you guys. I mean, with you and what was it, our gang? We have Marilu, was it? Oh,
Maureen.
Monica? Oh, who was? Oh,
Oh,
Maureen. Yes, Maureen.
Maureen.
Maureen and some of the other girls. Well,
hmm
Joyce. Joyce also is one of them. And of course, James, our
Yeah.
leader.
And then
And
Mommy Alma.
yeah, Mommy Alma, yay! So thank you so much. Tell everyone I said hi, and God bless you, and keep it going, my dear. I'm so proud of
Yes.
you.
You too.
Going, yeah. God
Yes.
bless you.
Thank you
See you
so
soon.
much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
dapat pinatubo. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa Aita Tribe Foundation. Nagpapasalamat po ako uli sa mga bigay nyo po. Dito po ay lumiwanag na po ang namin po, community namin po. Nuulit ko lang po, nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo po. Ito po. Ay, mas pasalamat kami po sa nagtutulong sa amin po sa Aita Foundation po. Ngayon lang po kami ng ilaw na maliwanag po dito sa Patal Pinto po. Thank you po.
Ito po yung mga kasama namin, nag-install ng solar dito sa sitio. Dayday. Ayan si Conchal. Ayan si Joseph. Si Goryo. Si Commander A. Ito si Kapitan. Ayan si Pangkok. Ayan si Ate Parina. Ayan ang cooker namin, no, si Ate Parina. Ayan, no. Dito kami sa Sitio Dayday. Ayan, no.
Day pala yung
Si Natubo yung may pag.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed our show tonight. I just want to thank all my guests. I have Jennifer Nina and also Jinkee Florendo Braza, for inspiring us for a lot of things that they're doing with their lives. And of course, but thank you, my online family and friends, for being with me every single Wednesday, courtesy of PHLV Radio. Viva! Vegas and our director Johan Sison. And also, I just want to thank James Arenas, because he's the one that really organized this Empowerment Filipinos in Washington, D.C., and coordinated with Jose Rizal Park. In coordination with Jose Rizal Park. But anyway, I just want to thank all of you for being with me tonight. Please stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and share. And also, hopefully we'll be live one of these days. We're still working on being live, really live show, you guys. Okay, so hopefully stay tuned in that. So take care of yourselves. Love, peace, and joy. See you soon. See you again next week. Love you. Bye.